And welcome.
And welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. My name's John.
And I'm Kim.
And we thank you for stopping by on a Thursday night. This is our
weekend entertainment edition,
where Kim gets to tell me what to do. Right?
Well, we get to tell you what to do. You don't have to listen. I mean, we usually have good suggestions, right?
I think so. This is a busy weekend.
Yes, it is. We have Halloween starting out tomorrow. Hallows Eve. Is that what it's called?
And I'm already wearing my mask.
So we were going to dress up. We didn't have time for that. Remember? We talked about doing that.
I'm now
this snuck upon us so quickly.
I'm feeling old today, so I look like John McCain.
Yes.
Right? Isn't that
Well, I was going to dress up as Sarah Palin.
Oh, okay.
We never did that.
No, so I guess we still have a chance.
Yeah, we still have time. We just run off and do that real quick.
Yeah,
go grab my glasses and everything.
There you go. All right. So Kim,
this weekend tomorrow is Halloween trick or treat.
And we would like to thank tonight's sponsor, the Copperopolis Town Square.
Yes.
And this month they are doing their trick or treat pumpkin bash.
Pumpkin Junction.
And we're unsure how their movie went tonight because they were going to rain a little bit. And they were supposed to have a movie.
Yeah, they were going to have Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein. And tomorrow evening, they are having a Halloween event. I guess we'll talk about them first since they are our sponsor this evening. Let me see. Here we go. Trick or Treat Night. Trick or Treat Street on Halloween night, October 31st. The local community has come together to provide a fun place for our kids to trick or treat. The windows are decorated and each participant will be here with their treats from 5 to 8 p.m. on Halloween. Beginning October 11th, you'll be able to stroll the streets, which they did. It did start on October 11th, and vote on your favorite decorations. Awards will be given out after the parade on October 25th, which they were given out last weekend when we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Vote, vote, vote. The Jukes will be here in costume to perform at 7 p.m. to entertain the adult goblins and ghosts. So come enjoy the spirit of Halloween and costume if you dare. Wine and beer will be available for sale. For more information, call 866-276-4235. And that's tomorrow evening from, 5 to 8 p.m. We also have the ever so popular Rocky Hill Trick or Treat Extravaganza.
And we were going to try to tell people to go to Angel Oaks.
We want to hurt Angel Oaks' feelings. No, come to find out, I guess, the reason being is the Rocky Hill Trick or Treat, which is a area in Murphy's, which a lot of people go from all over Calaveras County and probably other counties too to visit for Halloween night.
I think so.
They have each homeowner has donated the candy. They don't have to provide it themselves. So all the schools, the businesses, and people in the area donate the candy. And so we were promoting Angel Oaks because we didn't want Angel Oaks to get left out because they also have an extravaganza.
A lot of people.
Their candy is unfortunately not donated.
So they just want locals only?
Yeah. I guess they just...
You have to present, if you go to Angel Oaks, you present a residence card?
No, I think they would like both. But
they want an Angels Camp driver's license? Or you let your kids?
I think either one would be fun to me. I hear they're both great. So we've been to Rocky Hill because we didn't know about Angel Oaks before.
So if you're going to Angel Oaks, bring candy with you.
Yes,
and just
bring your own.
Slip it in the bucket. No. Oh, we're up to this house here. Oh, Johnny, that's it. Oh, good.
Just because of hard economic times, it would be expensive to go out and have to furnish candy for all those kids.
For a couple hundred kids?
Well, I guess they get 800 kids, I've heard.
Wow.
At least that's what somebody told me, yeah. Somebody who lives out there and is planning on getting lots of kids, would like to have lots of kids that come. So there's lots of things to do tomorrow evening. They are also having a Mountain Christian Fellowship First Annual All Saints Eve. And this is going to be held tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. in celebration of Halloween, if you want a Halloween alternative. It will be held at the Mountain Christian Fellowship, which is located on Highway 4 in Murphy's, 2.5 miles east of Murphy's, from 4 to 7 p.m. Come and join us for an evening of family fun, fellowship, and refreshments. Entrance fee, 1 bag of candy per family. Costume contests, games, prizes, crafts, sweet treats, and fun. So that sounds like a nice time, too. There's lots of choices. What else tomorrow evening?
You look very festive and very green.
I look very green?
Yes.
Everything's good. Okay. I'm the pine tree lady. Okay. What do you mean? I've been wearing this all day and you haven't said a word. All of a sudden you're noticing.
I don't know.
Okay, October 31st, 5 to 9 p.m., San Andreas Town Hall, Churchill Road, San Andreas. Games, haunted house, cakewalk, bingo, snack bar, and costume contest. Admission is 1 bag of candy per family, presented by the San Andreas Merchants Association. To volunteer to help, call 754-0228. So that's also being held tomorrow evening from 5 to 9 p.m., presented by the San Andreas Merchants Association. What are you doing, John?
Nothing. Can I talk about the meeting I went to today?
Yeah, I'm just talking about some Halloween things real
I know.
quick. That's all.
I was just going to talk about one meeting.
Go ahead.
Because there was a meeting today in San Andreas that had many local residents hopping.
Yes, it did. Yes.
Hopping and red. It was the meeting that the Federal Wildlife Services put on for. They are going to do a proposed 4,500-acre red-legged frog preserve.
Okay.
Now, this was the meeting that was held at the Cal Works building today. This was very well attended. There was over, probably at times, close to 90 people in this room.
Okay. So where's this going to be? Where's the habitat going to be, or whatever you call it?
Kind of on the north side of 12 and 26 out there by Hogan.
Okay.
And it was the Fish and Wildlife Service held a meeting today, and it was informational meeting. And it was interesting things to where they want to have it to where it is not too onerous. And I have to give the guys from the Federal Wildlife, they were very cordial. I mean, it was they were, seemed like decent guys. There was a lot of people who just had some real questions, though. For example, if you're a rancher and you're farming cattle, they view that as a good use of the land and something that would be advantageous for the frog habitat.
Okay.
Okay? So they were saying that if your cows step on a frog and kill one, you wouldn't be charged.
What happens if it eats one? Do cows eat frogs?
I don't think
cows
eat frogs.
Cows just like
if it would, it'd be a mistake. I can see something munching on some grass. I'm like, whoa, that was a
So if a cow steps on a frog, it won't.
They'll be okay.
In trouble.
And if you're disking your property, doing a fire break or something like that, and you happen to slice up a frog, that'd be okay too.
That's okay. All right.
But
what happens if what's next?
No, but the interesting thing is a couple of the questions they had is, for example, one of the questions we had is, let's say you changed your usage, even though you're ag, and you changed from, let's say you no longer wanted to have range cattle, say you want to put in an orchard or a vineyard.
Okay.
That might not work.
Because of the frogs.
Maybe. So there's going to be some interesting little wrinkles to this. Now, the public comment period is open. We'll post all the stuff on the public comment period till November 17th. This is not a foregone conclusion that this will go through.
Okay.
But
so it's just the red-legged frog that it's a certain frog, or is
a certain frog.
It's a certain. I don't know
anything
about this.
Frog.
I
now
apologize.
This is. Well, I guess we'll pull up a picture of the red-legged frog here.
So do we have a lot of red-legged frogs here in Calaveras
Actually,
County?
They're not sure.
Okay.
There could have been some sightings on this property, but they're really not sure because they did it mostly with an aerial survey.
Okay.
And these frogs are really small.
Oh, so it's hard to see. They're hard to see.
So they are, they're really small. So there was some people in the
How large
audience.
is the area that they want?
4,500 acres.
Okay. And this is the Department of Fish and Game that wants to do this?
Fish and Wildlife Service.
Fish and Wildlife Services.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, is the proposed? It's a big tract of land over there. So,
the California red-legged frog. Look at that! I must have copied and pasted that over. I forgot to add some space.
Yeah, so we're looking at about 4,500
acres. I mean, this is over where?
Basically, Toyon, where the Toyon Middle School is.
Okay.
Kind of at the corner of 1226 on the north side of that.
All right.
And now some people one of the things today is some of the press releases for this. They're saying the red-legged frog is the frog that Mark Twain made famous with the jumping thing.
Okay.
There's some dispute of that, and one of the biggest disputes is his book was fiction.
Okay.
So the red-legged frog may not even have existed then.
Exactly. Okay.
Just kidding.
So who spotted these red-legged frogs
Um,
to call out? I haven't been following it. I'm sorry. I
let's see. Here we go. Where's a big one? We need a big one for our back screen.
That one.
Here we go.
That looks like a good one right there. You can't really see the red legs.
This is it. This is the. Here he is. There is the mythical northern red-legged frog, Reina aurea. There is a red tent. But these are little guys. You see the blade of grass? See how small they are?
Yes.
So the problem, maybe a cow could eat one of those, but it's just munching away, and the little guy's tired, didn't get out of the way fast enough.
Okay.
So that kind of it gives new meaning to chewing your cud.
Okay.
Chewing
all right.
little.
All right. So.
But anyway, it's.
So you're allowed to make a public comment on this. How do you do so?
There's we'll post all the stuff on the site if you want to do that.
Okay.
And I'm being a little bit tongue-in-cheek on this. I'm sure that that the frog does need a place to call for its habitat, and it would make things a little harder on the people who own property in that area.
Okay. All right.
So I went to see red-legged frogs today.
Did you actually see some?
No.
Oh. They show
did not.
pictures, though, of the red-legged frogs? Do you know what they look like?
Well, we know now.
Okay. Calaveras taxpayers say no to Measure K by Al Segala.
This is one of the things that we attended this yesterday, and we should have posted something on it on the Measure K. And this is
But
one of the things.
We didn't know if they wanted us to, right? You didn't know if they wanted us to say anything.
Now we've been promoting the Measure K because we want to see them get the pool facility
but we
built.
We aren't endorsing Measure K. We put up the stuff that is sent to us.
Correct. But
Yes.
from purely a taxpayer's angle, the Taxpayers Association said that it's not a good deal.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because
they are
you
not.
have to pay taxes for a pool, right? Your taxes are going to go up.
Mm-hmm.
So but we have never said that. Because somebody had said that we were endorsing it, and we're not endorsing Measure K. No,
You're not?
I'm not saying I'm endorsing anything.
You're not going to vote for Measure K?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't even know who I'm voting for president. So
You don't?
no.
Wow.
So anyway, so
You're
California
gonna have some homework to do this
taxpayers
weekend.
say no to Measure K. By Al Segala, California County Taxpayers Association voted to recommend a no vote on Measure K, the $18 million school bond measure, on next Tuesday's ballot, according to the group's president, Al Segala. Segala said school committee chair Corey Burnell put in many hours of research working with the district superintendent Mike Chimente and other CCTA members, and they've decided to vote no on that.
But an interesting thing, though, is you can tell that they voted no regretfully.
Okay. It was purely on a tax because your tax
Purely because
how much are your
if I was a
taxes going to go
betting
up?
man, I would bet that even some people on the CCTA, I bet even a few of them vote yes.
Okay.
Even though it's not a good deal,
How much are the taxes going to go up?
about $3 a month per 100,000 of appraised value.
Well, that's actually quite a bit if you think about it.
So
These
if you figure
if
your home is worth
$500,000, let's say, it's $15 a month.
or if your house is worth $500,
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
I guess not many houses are worth $500,000 right now. I don't think, right?
Okay, say at $500,000, you're looking at $3. That would be
$15 a month.
$15
Times
a
a
month.
year, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, right now, that's $15 is a lot of money. Right now, it certainly
But
is.
the kids need the pool.
Yes.
So anyway, this is a tough environment for measures like that, but
Okay.
we also have another chef chat up
We have the new Incredible Edible Egg by Chef James Lehman.
by Chef Chat Layman.
Chef Chat Lehman of Ironstone Vineyards. We have a new Jenny's Kids going up just in time for Hallows Eve, going up later this evening.
We do.
Kids in Jenny's Kitchen, yes we do.
And let's see. Now this one's kind of a fun one. We'll play just a tiny bit of the egg one.
Okay, hello everybody, and welcome back to Chef Chat.
Now,
I'm Executive
normally,
Chief Flame from
some of these are...
This week we're going to be talking about eggs, the incredible egg. Believe it or not, eggs are the most diverse ingredient in the kitchen. They do a number of things, lots and lots of things for us, for our food, for us in the kitchen. Most of you probably think it's an egg or something you pull out of your fridge in the morning and cook for breakfast, and that's it. Eggs do a lot of other things, which I'm going to tell you about today. Okay? So let's first off by saying there's so many things that I have a list here that I can't even remember them all. So I'm going to be going off this list. So the first thing an egg does is an emulsifier. It helps us emulsify things. Like when we make salad dressings, we have to emulsify those, make them one. The vinegar or the acid and oil, they need to stick together. They need something to help them attract each other. And that's what an egg yolk does. You put it in there, it makes it one. So an egg yolk is an emulsifier. The second thing it does is a binder. If you guys remember back from the meatloaf from Chef Chat, we talked about eggs making the meatloaf stick together so it doesn't fall apart.
Now this one runs about 8 minutes.
It's
It's very interesting. It goes to in-depth information about the egg, some things that you may not have thought of. Not very many calories.
Edible egg.
Even the interesting thing.
It's a leavener. It makes things dry, so you add these into baked goods.
Now, couple interesting things even about the eggs is on the grading process.
Okay. What about them?
Well, the angle of the yolk on if it's A, double A,
Oh, okay. Okay, that's true.
and it's
So what
very.
exactly does that? I never knew what that. No, I don't know what that means.
Oh, you don't? Well, here we go. We probably need to talk about weekend stuff
We
more.
probably
don't we?
do.
Here, let's see if we go to that part.
He loves green eggs again.
That's
And the last
Grayson
thing,
can read that.
hard-boiled eggs. A lot of people ask me what my process is of cooking hard-boiled eggs or hard-cooked eggs. It's a really simple thing. You get your pan, you put your eggs in cold water. They have nowhere to go, so they sit in there and size. Two more things.
He drew a picture and everything.
Oh yeah, this is the.
There, please.
This is diagram. This
funny.
is the whole. This is classroom, man.
Blood spots are perfectly harmless. You can eat that egg. It's
Blood
not-
spots are harmless.
It's also graded.
Okay, here we go. Here's our grading.
That is like this. They're probably not as fresh as something like this. So when you crack open an egg and it looks like this, you know you got a really fresh egg on your hands. Okay? And the eggs are also graded by the air cell size. All eggs have a little air pocket. The smaller the air pocket, the better. That air pocket is there for when this yolk is.
7 minutes.
You don't want
Talk
to.
about our weekend entertainment.
We don't want to get sidetracked on grading eggs. It's a good chef chat.
It is a good chef
Yeah.
chat.
All
So tune
right.
in to watch it on the pinetree.net.
Everything you wanted to know about eggs.
So we told you what was. Let me see. Let's continue with tomorrow. We have the historic haunted Hotel Leger Halloween bash.
The Hotel Leger.
Yes, the best content. They're saying it's the best costume contest in 3 counties: entertainment, spooky dinner specials, hotel room packages, memory photos, ghoulish drinks specials, and much more. For more information, visit the www.hotelleger.com.
And this made the national news today. I'm just going to kind of jump in while you're doing
We're
the
doing
calendar.
weekend
I
entertainment
know,
stuff.
but I'm just going to hop in with stuff from the
The
side.
31st annual Heirloom Quilt Fair at Ironstone Vineyards begins tomorrow and goes through Sunday. Independence Hall Quilters present their 31st.
And it's
Hold on a moment.
good looks help women candidates, men not so much.
Okay, let me talk.
So
The Independence Hall Quilters present the 31st annual Mountain Heirloom, correct?
yes,
Quilt Fair. Friday from 9 to 5 p.m., Saturday 9 to 5, and Sunday 10 a.m. to 4. Quilts, wall hangings, wearable art, dolls, needle art, member challenge exhibit, door prizes, demonstrations, boutique, country store, vendor booths, lunch, all held out at Ironstone Vineyards. This is a beautiful,
it's a
beautiful.
wonderful thing.
It's
It
amazing
really
how
is.
talented these quilters
Yep.
are. They are just absolutely gorgeous. Highly recommend it. There's a couple more pumpkin patches that continue through tomorrow. Again, the Mountain Fellowship first annual All Saints Eve. Bret Hart versus Linden High School at Linden tomorrow evening. This is Calaveras High School versus Argonaut at Argonaut. Family karaoke continues at the World Market Mercantile. and the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County.
We'll be back.
Yes, I don't know if we're on cable on Friday nights because we have the football marked off.
No,
right?
we are. At 10:30.
Oh,
10 to... Yeah?
No, according to the schedule that I saw today.
Well, it's open to 10:30, yeah. Anyway.
Football, okay.
Yeah.
On Saturday, the 5th annual Wild and Scenic Environmental Film Festival begins. And let me see. The 5th annual Wild and Scenic Environmental Film Festival will be on tour November 1st at the Black Bart Playhouse in Murphys. For more information, you can visit www.sierrafilmfest.org. And I know this does continue through November. I need to get the dates on that. I'll have those for you next week. I know it's not just this Saturday. I know there are other dates. There's also a New Maloney's Lake hike on Saturday at 9 a.m. Meet at the Natural Bridges Trailhead on Parrots Ferry Road. A park ranger leads a moderate to strenuous 1.5-mile hike to view the natural bridges. And Habitat for Humanity Calaveras Warehouse will be open, which is open the first Saturday of every month. The Quilt Fair continues. Road Cycling 101 Clinic, November 1st at the Copperopolis Town Square in Copperopolis from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. This is at the new business Get On Your Mark.
And this is... can I...
Okay, I'm talking entertainment. You can talk that in a minute. Big Tree State Park is going to have guided tours all through the winter.
Very nice.
Did you know that? So
all through the winter?
Yes, they are starting. They're going to have now. They're going to be all year round.
So
you
if
can
you get lost,
cross country ski.
They'll tell you where to go.
We have all the information here as to where to get your information. Where to get your
so it'll be kind of like the
gear?
Weekend Entertainment Updated Edition.
No, they're having hikes, but they're doing them even during the winter. It'll be beautiful.
I know.
Right now with the brilliant fall colors.
They'll not only tell you where to go, they'll show you.
Their guided walks are at 1 p.m. every Saturday. We have all the information on the pinetree.net of where to rent your gear. Saturday night haunted hotel dinner at the Murphys Historic Hotel from 5 to 9 p.m. Enjoy presentations and demonstrations by California Haunts investigators and Nancy Matz. Grand opening celebration of Old Vines Antique Wine Bar in Angels Camp Saturday evening from 5 p.m. to 12. I know. Busy weekend. A masquerade party will be held at Old Vines on Main Street in celebration of their grand opening. Costumes are welcome, but not required. However, a mask is required and will be provided at the door if you do not have one. Create a unique mask of your own and win a prize. Enjoy music, hors d'oeuvres, wine and champagne, antiques, prizes, and more.
So this kind of works?
It does work.
Yeah. Okay.
Oktoberfest in Mountain Ranch on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Mountain Ranch Town Hall. Traditional German dinner of bratwurst, warm potato salad, homemade sauerkraut rolls, and apple strudel. Sounds yummy. Vegetarian entrees available in Jamaican black bean casserole.
Very nice.
So, let me see. So that's being held Saturday evening from 5:30 to 10. The Mountain Ranch Town Hall.
Can I talk?
Veterans Dinner Dance. Let me finish. I'm not done yet. I'm still on Saturday. You can't. Why are you trying to interrupt me?
I'm not.
Veterans Dinner Dance, Saturday evening at 5:30 p.m. Jenny Lind Veterans Memorial Hall. You want to talk about weather? We're not done with this yet.
Okay, fine.
Okay. In Valley Springs, pasta dinner, live music, and dancing. Proceeds benefit the Barn Building Committee of Valley Springs that is raising funds to build a new community center in the Valley Springs area.
Bodybuilding?
That's not what I said.
Oh, barn building.
Okay. Sunday, the Quilt Fair continues.
Yes, it does.
Maggie's first anniversary celebration at ARC 2000.
Very nice.
That is the elephant, right?
Have cake and cider.
11 a.m. 11 a.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Sunday. That's our weekend. Go ahead, John.
That's it? All right, we got 3 minutes here. Couple little things.
Don't interrupt. That's rude.
Couple little things. A disturbing thing on national news today. A former University of Washington staff member doused himself with gasoline and set himself ablaze in one of the on the crowded campus, and he died a short time later. Nobody really knows why he did it, but he was right in the public square, doused himself with gasoline, and some people ran toward him to try to stop him, but it was too late. Isn't that?
Yes, it is.
It's just. And weather. All right, we'll go on a little bit of now. Normally, as we go into weather, we'll start doing a little more weather
because
because
into winter.
We have
We
rain.
actually have chance of snow next week in Bear Valley.
We
Did you
have
see that?
rain. We'll start off with our Arnold weather tonight. 90% chance of rain, low of 48, high of 60 tomorrow. 50% chance of rain on Friday night. 90% chance of rain on Saturday. 90% on Saturday night. 70, 40, on out. Now,
Bear Valley.
Bear Valley. Let's see
100%
here.
chance
Bear Valley.
of rain tonight.
100% chance of rain tonight. Low of 35, so they're going to get some flakage. A little bit of flakage tonight. Doesn't say that, but they should. Now we go on to Saturday night. There is a 90% chance of rain and snow. Sunday during the day, there's an 80% chance of snow with a high of 41, low of 30 Sunday
All of a
night.
sudden it's here.
It's here. And Tioga Pass has already been closed.
Yes.
So you'll have to watch this one. And although it is still open, looks like it will be through Saturday. I don't
Eva's
know.
Pass, you mean?
Yeah, it'll probably get some closure, at least some
Isn't it
partial
amazing? All of a sudden
closure.
it's here. Like,
All of a
okay, it's here.
sudden.
Winter. Winter's here.
They're reducing the staffing starting to reduce the staffing as of Monday for CAL FIRE. So winter's
Fire
here.
season is probably officially over, right?
Yeah. Well, they'll probably
Burning
call
permit-
it next week. 'Cause after
burn
they
permits will
say
start
they
being
need
allowed?
2 inches of rain before
Okay.
they call it. So they'll probably
That's right. Some people think if you get a light rain,
No,
then it's over. But
2
no.
inches.
No burning yet.
2 inches.
Right?
Have a great
Have a great
night,
weekend.
and we'll see you back here. Have a good Halloween.
Yes,
Good night.
thank you.